Hello, I would like to ask you some questions about your activism efforts.
Okay, sure. What is it?
Why don't you use the mantra?
What is the mantra?
It is something Bob Whitaker developed. There is also a radio program called White Rabbit Radio which promotes it.
Oh, I have heard of that. How anti-racism is just a code word for anti-white.
Yes, that is the one. So why don't you use it? Why do you prefer to try to debate endlessly with people over genius conspiracies, crime statistics, Republican versus Democrat issues, and everything else under the sun? And sometimes if you are around the Tea Party crowd you have to apologize and grovel for having too many white people in one place. Many times they even have more non-whites on the stage than they do in the entire crowd. It reminds me of Tonto and Lone Ranger.
I just think the idea of a mantra or repeating the same thing over and over will not work.
Because nobody ever yells racist or anti-Semite to shut down a discussion and get their way, right?
People need to have all the facts in front of them, and then they will make a rational decision based on them.
Is that usually what happens? Most of these people are so far gone that real information does not mean anything to them. You could bring an entire set of encyclopedias worth of information as evidence and they would still just repeat how that is wrong, because mommy professor told them it was. We don't have time to put them through another 15 years of education. We just need to quickly turn around the debate and expose them for what they are. Anti-whites who support genocide. Just explain to them how nobody is flooding Africa with tens of millions of non-Africans, giving them special rights and privileges, and encouraging them to assimilate with them. It is only being done to white countries, and to every white country. They say they are anti-racist, but what they are is anti-white, and what they advocate is genocide. Then ask them if they are pro-white or pro-white genocide. Genocide is illegal under UN international law. They will then flop around like a stuntfish a bit more, but their argument will either be 1, saying whites do not exist and are just a social construct and race is not real. 2, deny it is happening no matter how much evidence you give them. 3, bring up some past historical event to try to justify genocide. 4, tell you how things are already in motion so resistance is futile, and demonize anyone for trying to do so. You are a Nazi KKK member for wanting your people to continue to exist. You should really try to use and promote the mantra. It works. You can go to whitakeronline.org or whiterabbitradio.net for more information.